waiting for the... Okay, yes, I am live. Hello, gorgeous people. Thought I'd come in with my tinfoil hat today. I have been absent for a while. I haven't been doing many videos because I got what I think was whooping cough, which was a bit crap. But I'm now coming out the other side. You can hear my voice is still a bit strained. So I sort of lost my voice for a while. But I have not entered the conversation about, well, not much. I've said a few things about what's going on in the world over the last 4.5 years, and it's been building to this crescendo, the Great Awakening. So, and it's been so chaotic, particularly over the last 5 years, 4.5 years. It's been so chaotic to see what's unfolding. And it's heating up. It's intensifying. And for the first time first time ever, I started to get into Twitter. Around about the time of the first attempt on Donald Trump's life, I started to get into Twitter. And I started to see what was happening on Twitter. And, the intensity of the interactions on Twitter. And it just blew my mind because I didn't realize what was going on in the United States. I've been watching the United States. I'm intensely interested in what is happening in the world right now. Intensely interested. So I research everything. I look at everything that's going down, and I look at world events. I look at how all the governments are involved, and I look at the different motivations for why different wars are happening, and what was the motivation for the US and NATO to really push Russia into the position that it did. So I have a different perspective on what's going down in the world than probably a lot of people in my community. Why am I even talking about this? Why is this relevant to EFT tapping or building a business or anything else? Well, the reason I'm going live on these topics right now is because I am seeing the mental health issues of people on Twitter. And there's 2 weeks until the election in the United States. And I can see that one side or the other is going to be very unhappy, and that the fever pitch, the absolute fever pitch that people are experiencing this election through right now, and they're taking it very personally. And I'm very fortunate that I have the luxury of being thousands of kilometers away and on the other side of the world to what's happening in the US right now. But I also see unfolding all the tragedy, all the devastation, all the wars, all the people dying. It's like this, the world is on fire. I said, the title of this live is The World is on Fire. And what I'm concerned about is how people are going to navigate what's coming. How are you going to navigate what's coming? Maybe you also are taking a step back, taking a breath. I hope you are. And not getting all caught up in the drama. There is so much drama. And people's opinions and perspective, they are taking, if you don't agree with their position and their perspective, they are taking it very personally, and they're getting very aggressive and very personal. And I'm actually seeing it on one side more than the other. And depending on which side you're on, you're going to think it's the other side. But as I said, I have the luxury and the benefit of being able to look at this through a lens where I am not personally involved. It affects me. Of course it affects me. The US election affects the world as a whole and the future of the world as a whole. And you would be very surprised to know which way I lean. Well, some of you may be very surprised. Some of you wouldn't be. because I see what has unfolded under the establishment. What is happening in the world right now is because of the establishment, the ruling class, the puppeteers who are pulling the strings of the puppets. And there has emerged a force that is not just one person, but a group that is growing, that is standing against the establishment. And that is unacceptable to the establishment. Now, this is just my perspective. We all have our perception and our perspective, and we all look through our lens. And I have done a deep dive on so many different aspects of this. And to be perfectly honest, my perspective is not relevant to the outcome, because what will be, will be. What is, what will be, will be. So if you're in the United States right now and you are feeling this level of intensity and you are getting drawn in the drama and you're scared or you're frightened about one outcome or the other, stop. Vote however you want to vote. Vote with your conscience. I encourage you to vote. Vote with your conscience. Vote with whatever you believe. But I know in my heart that whatever is meant to be will be. I honestly believe, after watching what has unfolded over the last 5 years, that there is a higher power that is intervening in everything. There is a higher power, and the light will win. The forces of light will win. And from my perspective, I can see very clearly where those forces of light are concentrated. And I may be completely wrong. So it's not my position. It's not my place to be sharing what my position is. I have a very strong opinion on this, but my opinion's irrelevant. There are plenty of other people out there who are sharing their opinion, and you will listen to whatever echo chamber you want to listen to. You will listen to whoever aligns with your position. But I encourage you to trust what is unfolding. Trust the unfolding. The Great Awakening is happening. People are waking up all over the world. People are seeing, because the blinds are being pulled back. The veil is being pulled back. The little talking man is being revealed for all to see. And it is not the all-powerful machine that we thought it was. We have been lied to. We have been deceived for decades, for hundreds of years, for thousands of years, into believing that we are powerless. What is my message? My message is you are infinitely powerful. If you don't like what's unfolding, and I hope you don't, then it's up to you to stand in your power, to stand in your truth, hold your vibration, and be the change that the world needs. Not trust in one person or another person or anybody to come and save the world. That's up to us. That is to us. To stand in our truth, to own our power, to be the best version of ourselves, to participate in new paradigms, to help the birthing of the new earth paradigm. The new earth paradigm is being birthed. And that is up to us to help facilitate that birthing. Old systems will collapse. It's going to get a lot more intense. It is going to get a lot more intense. Old systems will collapse. New systems will emerge. And it's up to you to participate in those systems. Because as we switch over to this new earth paradigm, as we have parallel systems that are coming to the fore for the sake of humanity, and a world built for the betterment of humanity, not the enslavement of humanity. Humanity has been enslaved for thousands of years, and the systems that we have participated in have been a part of that enslavement. So now it's up to you to stop participating in those old systems, the old so-called health system, which is actually the sickness system. Do you know a sick child is worth a lot of money to the so-called health industry? It's not the health industry, it's the sickness industry. Surely you understand that. They want you sick. They don't want you educated. They want you compliant. They want you to be a good little worker because you're worth more to them that way. They want you in debt because you're worth more to them in debt. And you're controllable when you're in debt because you're at the mercy of the financial system. They pull the strings. You step out of line, they'll just call on your home loan. Or they'll cut off your car loan. So or any other diseases. Yeah, absolutely. So it's our food systems, pure poison. If you are eating loads of ultra-processed food, that stuff is poison. It will make you sick. I've been listening to a couple called Dr. Casey Means and Callie Means. Dr. Kate, they both actually co-authored a book called Good Energy. I suggest you read it. There have been some very good interviews that they have done with, I think they've been on Joe Rogan. Yeah, I think Callie Means has been on Joe Rogan. I haven't quite listened to all that podcast yet. You're going to hear the people that I listen to, so you know which way I'm going to lean, right? But I don't believe that anybody is our savior. We are our savior. We are going to help to build the new earth paradigm, right? We have to stand up against the old systems and the old regime and the establishment because we have the power. When we stand in our power as a collective, they got nothing. But when we willingly subject to ourselves to their control mechanisms, financial system, control mechanism, education system, control mechanism, the sickness system, control mechanism. Why are tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of good people participating in these systems, as in the doctors, the nurses, all the rest of it? Because they don't realize that they've been sucked into that vortex. They don't understand just how deep it goes. They don't understand that it is all integrated. Wait, what? The whole world and all these systems are integrated, working together against humanity? That's insane. Tinfoil hat, man. When you start to realize just how deliberately those forces at the top have deliberately structured these systems to capture us because they fear us. They fear us because they know how powerful we are. And they know that when we come together as a collective, even 10% of us, they are toast. Why am I even talking about this? Because I am here. I am here at this time. You are here at this time to participate in the Great Awakening. This is one of the most incredible times in the history of humanity. Pay attention. Know what's going on. Don't be brainwashed by the establishment, by the media. The mainstream media, totally captured. It's all captured. The food system, it's all a part of it. And if you think I'm a nut job, whatever. You don't have to listen to me. If you think I've completely lost my mind, Don't care. I'm here as a truth warrior, as a truth seeker, as a truth teller. I'm here with my light language. Like, hey, I've been crazy for a while. I channel light language. I sing light language. I'm the woo-woo chick who just happens to be a business coach. And I want the world to wake up, but the world will wake up in its own time. I can't make anybody wake up. I can't make anybody see what I see. When people are ready, they'll get it. And us twisting ourselves into knots, trying to get people to, like, can't you see? Like, every day I go, how can people not see what's really going on? Like, what? A friend once said to me, if it was the sun, it would blind them. It's all part of the matrix. You know, plugged into the Matrix, that incredible series of movies, The Matrix, freaking brilliant. So, hey, Bob, it's nice that you're on my page. There's not a lot of people who will see this. And there were some people who might unsubscribe. I don't care. I just want to speak truth. This has been tormenting me for freaking 5 years. But I know that there are other people with other platforms who have a lot more, they've got a lot more capacity to reach a lot more people. And I was like, really? With my small audience, I appreciate you and I love you and I value you. But I know that you will listen to whoever aligns with where you're at, with who you are, with what your destiny is in the world. And if you get it, you get it. You're not going to get it because of me. But it's so easy to get drawn into the drama. I get onto Twitter and I see I can be there. I can be sucked into that vortex for way too long. I wasted way too much time in Twitter because I feel like when I'm on there, I'm just shaking my head at a lot of stuff. And I'm trying to figure out the psychology of some people. And I see how unhinged a lot of people are, how the mental health issues are just, it's like people are losing their shit, you know? It's like, why are people so emotionally, they're so emotionally hysterical? It's a hysteria. Now, I put a lot of the blame on the mainstream media and government. Government hasn't helped. So kind of they're all working together to create this hysteria. Because when you're hysterical, you don't think clearly. When you're hysterical, you're easy to manipulate. You will listen to the voices that you believe are telling you the truth. Because you need something to anchor to when you're hysterical, when you're unbalanced, when you're in a state of fear. Stop it. Stop getting drawn into the fear-based narrative. They are bullshitting to you. They are bullshitting to you. Start listening, if you don't already, start listening to the independent voices. Start taking a step back and running everything through a filter. Run everything through a filter. Do you know how many times I asked people to show me the science that they were telling me to trust? Not one person could show me the science. Not one. And at that point, when they were forcing us to do things against our will, fortunately, I have a home-based business. I didn't have to do anything that anybody told me. I'm in control of my destiny, in control of my life. I was like, yeah, there's something really bad going on here. I kind of knew before that, but it just, I kept questioning everything along the way. Question everything. Question everything, not just one side, question everything. Because there's There's clickbait on both sides. There's people who are trying to get your attention, and they will tell you anything to get your attention and then guide you down their particular path. Do they have your best interests at heart? That's what you need to constantly ask yourself. Question everything. Don't trust me. The only person you trust is your own self, your own inner guidance. Too many people have allowed their brain to be hijacked by those external voices that are constantly in their ear, telling them what they want them to believe, what they want them to think. Stop it. I listen to independent media, but I take that with a grain of salt. There's things that I smile and go, oh, that's bullshit. Or I go and do my research and I go, holy crap, they're right. Shit, there's something else I learned. But it is unraveling. So trust the unfolding. Those forces that have been making us dance to their tune, they're done. They are done. Now it's up to us to focus our energy and our will and say, what do we want moving forward? Because you know this is a holographic projection, man, don't you? You know that it's all an illusion. This is another reason you don't get caught up in the drama, because it's all an illusion. So take control of your power. Take your power back. Own your power, your infinite power. And know that this is a holographic projection and you get determined to determine what comes next for you. While I'm here in my bubble, living my life, all that chaos is all out there. It doesn't affect me. It doesn't impact me, except if I choose to go and check out what's going on, which I do all the time because I'm like really curious and I want to witness the unfolding. But I don't get drawn into it emotionally. It's not personal. What will be, will be. I trust that the chaos needs to happen. This is what it looks like while it's happening. Look, 10 years ago when, 15 years ago when I kind of started this real consciousness journey, I was a latecomer. But I thought the Great Awakening was going to be all sunshine, rainbows, and unicorns. I thought that it was just everybody was just going to all wake up and we'd all be in bliss. And then 2020 happened. I was like, oh, shit, this is what it looks like. Oh, this isn't great. I'm going, oh, it'll be over soon. It'll be over soon. People will wake up. It'll be over soon. 2024, October. We're still here. WTF. Holy crap, if you told me in 2020 we would still be here now, whoa. I would have gone, no, you're crazy. People will wake up before then. No, we're still here. But it is unfolding. It is happening. People will either wake up or they won't. I don't know if you listen to, I've mentioned him before. His channel name is Bashir. I can never remember his real name. But his name on YouTube, if you look up Bashir, I think it's Bashir, I think. Don't quote me on that. He talks about two separate timelines, and we've chosen our timeline. So there are those of us who are on the path to the 5D, the awakening, the consciousness, the bliss, the euphoria. There are those who are still on the old timeline, and that hurts, particularly when there are loved ones involved. I know. I used to be the go-to health expert in my family. Not anymore. Now I'm this. So whatever, that's their journey. That's their destiny. Took me a long time to come to terms with that. I don't have control over anybody's destiny. Neither do you. We don't. We need to hold our truth, our vibration. We need to focus on what it is that we're going to create moving forward. Yeah, they don't know, Bob. They absolutely have no clue. And right now, swallowing that big red pill, whoa, that would go down really hard. So, hey, maybe ignorance is bliss. I don't know. And maybe you're listening to this right now going, oh my God, I can't believe I ever listened to this woman or anything she ever said, because she's crazy. She's a nut job. She believes all the CTs. I can't even, look, I probably could say the words, but I'm very careful about what I say because, of course, there's all this repression and people want to control our speech and, you know, all the misinformation, disinformation, malinformation, whatever. Anyway, you do you. Your destiny is your destiny. But if you know what's going on, then don't get drawn into the drama. So easy to get drawn into the drama. So easy to get drawn into those Twitter wars. But don't even go there. You can watch it, you can witness it. Don't get drawn into it because it'll bring your frequency and vibration down. You'll just get frustrated as hell. I know. It's not going to make any difference to them whatsoever. They're set. They're on their timeline until they're not. Do you see what I mean? So what is the world that you want to create? What is the future that you want to live? How are you going to design your destiny and your life? Are you going to live a life that is happy, that is abundant, that is free? Because that's how we create it, is we live it. And that's what I encourage you to do. That's what I'm passionate about. That's why I teach entrepreneurship, because I believe it is the entrepreneurs who are independently wealthy and not at the mercy of the system who will help change the world. So I'm going to do more lives like this. I've decided that I don't want to be quiet anymore. And if just one person resonates with my message, then that's a good thing. So I love you loads. Own your truth. Speak your truth with kindness, with conviction, and choose your battles wisely. Get clear about what it is that you want to create moving forward, the world that we are going to create together. If you understand what I'm talking about, if you're on this timeline, then we are family. I wanted to break into song then. This is our family. This is our tribe. We get to build this world together. And we can do this. Okay. Bashar, yes, that's it, Bob. Thanks very much. If you haven't heard about Bashar and you haven't listened to Bashar's message, look him up. He's amazing. And Pam, oh goodness. Pam, wait a minute, 2 secs. Before I sign off, give me 2 secs. Because Pam's beautiful. Pam is English. She'd be older than me. She'd be in her 60s. Pam Gregory. And she's an absolute brainiac and an astrologist. And her messages are absolutely amazing. So listen to Pam Gregory because she's on this page as well. And she has so much wisdom and she helps to ground me. And if you feel like you're getting drawn into the hysteria, stop. Let other people do the hysteria. Yeah, you found him. Cool, bananas. Let other people do the hysteria. You stay calm. You focus on what it is that you want to create. And do whatever you feel drawn to do. All right. Love you loads. I'll see you again soon. We'll be fine. We'll be just fine.